So, guys, I'm currently sitting at the airport in Brunswick, awaiting my flight to Atlanta, then to San Antonio. My hair is just in some braids. I'll probably show you later when I get to Atlanta. My flight is at 6:15, and I don't know. I've been a crybaby. Oh, I forgot to take my nose ring out. I've been a crybaby since I've left, so I'm just working on keeping my composure so I don't have a meltdown. I guess I'll just document what happens as I go.
Gentlemen from the flight deck, we're currently number 1 for departure. Once airborne, time around to Atlanta, approximately 37 minutes. Flight attendant, please prepare the cabin.
So I am currently in Atlanta. I just was at my gate to go to San Antonio, but I'm gonna get something to eat right now because I am starving. So yeah. So now I'm in San Antonio trying to find the USO to get picked up, I guess. I don't know. Guess who's back? Hey guys. So the last time you saw me, I was in the airport in San Antonio trying to find my way to the USO, and I found it. I landed at like 9:30 in the morning, and when I got to the USO, I was like the first person there. So I was there until about, they didn't come get us till about 6 o'clock. My arm's kind of tired. I'm using my phone right now. They didn't get us till about 6 o'clock. That day was a long day. That is what I'll say. For me, like, my memory sucks. So like trying to remember like everything that happened during basic training was hard for me. So what I did, as I was there, I wrote down everything I did, well not everything, almost everything that I did for each week. So the first day, I'll never forget that first day. Got to the USO, they picked us up at like 6 or whatever. Then they took us to the reception center where we were doing all this paperwork and crap, and really we were just sitting there. And we didn't get picked up by our MTIs until about almost 2 in the morning. So you guys know I was tired. I was there from 9:30. I was already awake for 4:30 because I had to head to the airport at 4:30. And then even before that, I drove from Atlanta back to my house. I didn't get home till 2:30, so really I was like running low on sleep. And it was just a long process that day. Sometimes I feel like it was unnecessarily long because we were waiting for other people to get in, and it was just like they just had us waiting. Anyway, they finally got us at like 2:30. We went to the dorms or whatever in the morning. This is 2:30 in the morning. We went to the dorms or whatever, and you know, they tell you to put your stuff down, you know, kind of go to bed or whatever. So by the time we get our stuff together in the dorm and it's time to go to bed, it's like 3:30. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, you know, the next day they're gonna wake us up. They'll probably let us sleep late because we got in so late. So this one girl, she was like, oh, you know, if we sleep in our civilian clothes, it'll be a lot easier. So, okay, put your civilian clothes on for the next day. And that wake up the next day, guys. I will never forget that. So I'm here sleeping, and like 5:45, bust through the door. One of my MTIs, it was a female at the time, and she's just like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, you, wake up, you. Man, I've never been so startled in my life. It's not the fact I was scared. I just woke up like just, you just wake up out of your sleep and you're just so confused, like what's going on? You don't even know what day it is. And I looked at my watch. I'm here thinking like, okay, they're gonna let us sleep until like about 10 o'clock. I look at my watch, it's like 5:45 or whatever. And I'm just like, bruh, in my head, I'm just like, it's not 10 o'clock yet. Like, what's going on? But anyway, that first week, well, technically 0 week was, it was all right. It was a lot of yelling that week because essentially they're just trying to have you figure out what to do. Because at that time you come in, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do stuff. So there's a lot of yelling that week, and a lot of times they'll make an example out of you. It's not always the best thing, but I mean, I didn't really get yelled at. I only got yelled at for one thing really, and that was having a headband. Because when I went there, I had my braids straight back, and as you saw in the video, I had my headband going across to cover my spot, which pretty much is grown in. See, this is my hair right now. Ooh, my hair is pretty much grown back. I'll make a video on BMT hairstyles for black girls or people with curly hair or whatever, because I was stressing out on how to have my hair, and now I can show y'all how to have y'all hair if y'all need to know. So anyway, I only got yelled at in the DFAC, which is the dining facility, for my headband, which was like the third day. I didn't have any problem up until that day. Nobody said anything to me. My instructor never said anything to me. It was the instructor for Brother Flight who actually called me out, but it was whatever. He was just like, you, and I'm just walking, cause I'm like, you're not talking to me, you're talking to somebody else. And so I'm like, okay, let me look around and see who you're talking about. He's like, yeah, you. I was like, me? He's like, yeah. He's like, take that headband off. Man, oh man. Like when I say my heart dropped, like I was not feeling it at all. But I took it off reluctantly, like real slow. Like I wish y'all could have seen how I took this headband off. I was just so heartbroken. I'm like, bro, this man made me take this headband off, and I don't understand why. I've had no problem with this. I mean, I didn't say this, but in my head, that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, I just took it off, and I was like, whatever. And at first, I was worried, like, oh my gosh, these girls are gonna see my spot. Like, what are they gonna think? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But it turns out, like, a lot of girls either didn't notice because they're so worried about themselves, or they just didn't even care. So I didn't have a problem with that. And after I took the headband off, I just really never wore it again. So in a way, I guess my confidence has been boosted a bit. Like now I just wear my hair whatever. Like I haven't worn a headband in forever. The only time I wear a headband is like the little skinny headbands and I'm trying to do a puff, but y'all will see that in my hair video. Okay, so 0 week was just like a whole bunch of in processing. Yeah, a bunch of in processing, getting your paperwork done. I think like the third day of 0 week, we got our ABUs, we got fitted for our clothes, we got our boots, our hats, our ABU tops, ABU bottoms, santees, PT clothes, everything that third day. And then we got to start wearing our stuff. During the first week, you still wear your sneakers, but they slowly phase you into wearing boots, and then eventually you just wear your boots. So usually for that week, you're known as a sneaker weeker, so that lets you know that you're still kind of fresh. When we got there, we had to wear web belts with little canteen pouches, but now I noticed that if people are going to BMT now, you guys get backpacks now. I'm not sure if you get to keep your backpacks, but you get backpacks. Okay, so first week, still more in processing. Yeah, the second week, I didn't write down what happened for the second week, and I can't really remember what happened to the second week. It's just crazy, like time goes by and you forget, like, oh wow, what did I do? So if I didn't write this stuff down, I'd probably forget what week it was and how we did it. Third week, let me see. Third week we got a phone call, or was it second week? Technically it's the second week you get a phone call, but it's like on a Sunday, so that's considered the third week. Another thing, definitely go to church. Even if you don't go to church, because that's the only way you'll hear music, really. There's no music, no phones, no nothing. So if you want to be, I don't know, hear something, go to church, and it helps you get out of the dorms, which is really great. I promise you, it's really fun. Anyway, so third week we got a phone call. We had our interviews, interviews for our jobs. It's not really like, well, for active people, if you're open general or whatever and you don't have a job, like you'll get interviewed and see what's best for you or whatever. But for me, since I already had a job, they just checked off some paperwork and that was it. We got our blues for third week, and we got fitted for our blues third week, and then we also got our name tag sewn onto our ABUs, which is awesome. And I feel like after third week, like, time just started flying for me, because at that point you pretty much know what to do, so you're not really getting yelled at. Like, once you know what to do, I promise, once you know what to do, it gets better. Everybody there says it gets better. It gets better because it does. Once you figure out what to do, that's when things get a whole lot easier. So if you can really pick up on what to do and how to do it in the beginning, you'll be able to fly under the radar. I would say that I was able to not really fly under the radar, but I never got in trouble really. The only time I got in trouble was I was doing this girl's hair during details, supposedly when details were pretty much done, and then she asked me, can you help me with my hair, because I was the donut glazer, because you know I'm really good with buns. And she was like, oh, can you do my hair? And I was like, sure, great, whatever. And then my MTI came and he's like, what are you doing? You should be helping somebody else with their detail, blah blah blah, whatever. So anyway, I got a comment for that, but I'm not really upset about it. Fourth week, we got our base Liberty. We took our pictures. We did the gas chamber. Oh my gosh. It wasn't horrible, but I just wouldn't do it again. Then we got our locker inspection, and then we did FEST, which is, I forgot, it's like Field Expeditionary something training. I don't know what it stands for. I forgot what it stands for. But essentially, they teach you how to kind of work with your weapon and like the different stances, and you get to roll in sand and you get to beat the little dummy thing up with your weapon. That was fun. We didn't get to roll in the sand, like crawl in the sand. I'm happy because it was raining, so I didn't want to get my uniform dirty. Anyway, so I'm happy we didn't do that. Then you have fifth week, which was Beast, and I got expert marksmanship. It was my first time shooting a weapon. It was an M16, and let's just say, guys, that was so fun, so fun, so fun. Like, I wish we could do that every week. So, like, I got expert marksmanship. I got 22 out of 24. And go me. So essentially, Beast is like a whole week, and you're in essentially like a it's supposed to simulate being deployed, and it wasn't bad at all. We got to stay in tents. We slept on cots with little bug nets, and what else? I don't know. It was really fun. It was just hot and hot and hot. We got to do the obstacle course, but we didn't get to do all of it because it was too hot. You guys will learn about flight conditions when you get there. Then the 6th week was our end of course test, our PT test, our final PT test. Every 2 weeks. There was three PT tests. The first one, the second one, well, obviously, first one, second one, and then your final one. My final one, I did 42 sit-ups. I did 20 push-ups, and my run was a 14:55. So now, for females, the run target for BMT is 14:26. So I didn't make the BMT target, but I made the Air Force target. So I just had to go and talk to our director of operations, and he was just saying how it's important to, you know, be healthy and be fit, because when you get in the operational Air Force, you're gonna have to do a PT test every 6 months, and to make sure that you pass it and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I'm not really too worried about that. I'm actually really excited because I was really worried about my PT, and I was like, oh my gosh, my running's horrible. Like, my first PT test, my run was 18:05. So if I can get my run time down, you can get it down. And my first couple push-ups, I did, I think, like maybe 9 for my first PT test, and then for sit-ups I did like 15, and then the second one I can't really remember, but just know I graduated. I did not go to med holes. That was the next thing, going to med holes, or I didn't get recycled. Nobody in my flight got recycled, thankfully. Well, not during actual BMT, when it got to Airman's Week now. Anyway, so week 7 was the Airman's Run, and the coin ceremony, which essentially is like the first day you kind of graduate, like to kind of become an airman. And then graduation was the next day, and that was like official, where you wear your blues and you get to be on the parade grounds. Oh, it was so amazing. And then week 8 is Airman's Week. So you have to stay there an extra week. Sorry guys, you thought you were going home, but you're not. You have to stay there an extra week for Airman's Week, and essentially it's like you talk about your feelings, and you know, they give you different scenarios and, you know, whatever, to kind of help you, I guess, when you go to tech school. But yeah, that was about it. My hair, I figured out how to do my, didn't figure out, but I figured out how to do my hair. I had girls on my flight who knew how to braid, even some white girls knew how to braid. I made a lot of friends. It wasn't a hard experience. I definitely thought it would be way harder than what it really was, and I'm happy that it wasn't. I'm happy it's over. It's not something I would want to just go back and be like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome, let's just do it again. Like, I'm happy it's over. I'm done. I'm moving on to tech school at the end of the month, which I'm happy about. I just came back yesterday, and I had to go meet with my recruiter today. That's why I'm in my uniform. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in my uniform. What else can I tell you? So my flight got Beast Excellence, and then we also got Top PT Female Flight. So I don't know how, you know, I didn't really contribute to the Top PT part, but you know, it's nice. You get, what was it? I think you get 4 phone calls. You get one the second week, 4th week, and the 6th week. No, that's 3 phone calls. The 6th week, and they're like 15 minutes, depending on like who's letting you call, but usually they're like 15 minutes. And essentially you just call whoever you can call, how am I trying to say this? However many people you can call in 15 minutes. So you can just talk to one person for 15 minutes, or you can talk to 3 people, I guess like 5 minutes each, whatever, however you want to do it. Call as many people as you want, as long as, you know, you don't go over your 15 minutes. Was it hard? No. The key is just do as you're told. Listen to what your MTI is saying. My MTIs, luckily, we had a female and a male in the beginning. Our team chief was a male, and then the female, she got put as she got another job as an instructor supervisor, and then we got another male TI. So showering was great. We had to shower really long, and well, not really long. Sometimes, I mean, you know, it wasn't as monitored. And they were both pretty laid back, so I'm happy that my TIs were cool. They were good mentors. They were really cool, laid back, funny. We had a lot of fun. But anyway, that's about it with this video, I guess. Hopefully I've been somewhat informative. If you guys have any questions on BMT, definitely let me know. I would love to love to inform you on things that I can. Do not ask me about the end of course test, because I can't tell you about it. Just know that I scored a 91. And yeah, just do what you're told, have fun. Don't take everything to heart, because a lot of girls in my flight would just get worked up over the smallest things that had nothing to do with them, which is dumb. Don't do that. Just do as you're told, get your stuff done, do it right the first time, do it to the best of your ability, and kind of just do what you think needs to be done. Kind of think in advance, and that'll definitely help you out. But anyway, so till next time on the flip side. Bye. Peace. Looking greasy, but you know. Bye, guys.